What happens when one of music's greatest producers stops chasing hits and starts training algorithms? Can a platform built to empower its creators quietly become the thing that replaces them? And most importantly, what does it mean when Timbaland, the man who made drum machines sound human, starts making humans sound, well, obsolete? This is Timbaland, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love AI. Let's get into it. Let's talk about Timbaland. Yes, Timothy Zachary Mosley, the man who made the late 1990s and 2000s sound like a futuristic drum machine caught feelings. The man who once took a baby cry and turned it into a club banger. Icon. However, lately, Timbaland has been on, well, let's just call it a non-linear trajectory. If you've been paying attention, the man has been less about making hits and more about making platforms. Enter Beat Club, not to be confused with his original label, Beat Club, from the early 2000s, which, fun fact, quietly dissolved around 2014 after moving from Interscope to Epic, and then into the whatever happened to section of the internet. Anyway, the new Beat Club, it isn't a record label. Oh no. It's an online music marketplace slash social network slash potential data farm where producers and songwriters can upload their music, license them, connect with industry professionals, and according to certain sources, unknowingly contribute to the rise of artificial intelligence pop stars. Oh yeah, we'll get into that. Now look, when Timbaland launched Beat Club 2.0 in 2021, it sounded amazing on paper. It really did. It was like Etsy before producers. You pay a subscription, you upload your beats, you get exposure, and if Timberland likes your snare drum, maybe, just maybe, you're the next Danger Hands. And I mean, fair enough. Timberland was given back to the community, the same community that still holds him in such high regard. However, here's where the plot thickens. A few days ago, Timberland introduced us to his new artist. Her name, Tata. Her label, Artificial Intelligence. Yes, folks, Timberland's going to be debuting an AI generated artist. Tata isn't a person, she's an algorithm with a beat. Created in collaboration with Suno AI, an AI music company that Tim is strategic advisor for. Tata is built as a new kind of artist, constantly evolving, genre fluid, and capable of producing music without ever needing a lunch break or emotional validation. Her debut single will be dropping soon, and we're all hoping it'll sound like a Timbo song. Because it will be. Well, sort of. But also, not really. It'll be co-produced by Tim. And wait for it, an AI model that has allegedly been trained using community-created content. Now, this is where Beat Club's halo starts to flicker a bit. Because this isn't about a new artist. This is about an old playbook, a Silicon Valley extraction wearing Timberland's face. Let's say it plainly. If user-submitted content is being used to train AI artists like Tata without clear, informed consent, that's not innovation. That's exploitation. Beat Club stops looking like a community and starts looking like a digital sweatshop with better branding. Imagine uploading your beat in hopes of getting noticed, only to find out it's being quietly absorbed into an algorithmic brain that might one day outproduce you without even asking for your permission or giving you a single cent. It's like paying rent on your replacement. Let's talk power. Timberland's name alone gives Beat Club an aura of credibility, enough to make any up-and-coming producer click agree without reading the fine print. It's a trap dressed up as a career opportunity. Even worse, it raises the question, who's actually benefiting from this? Certainly not the creators feeding the machine. They're not being mentored, they're being mined. What looks like a platform for growth may actually be a glorified data funnel. The music industry has always had a history of exploitation, but this is a new twist. Now the machine isn't just metaphorical, it's literal. Now let's pause for a minute and comment below. Do you think Timberland has gotten like a god complex when it comes to production? Let me know in the comments. I want to see where y'all head is at. Timbaland, the man who once collaborated with artists that bled on the mic, now seems more excited to work with code that doesn't question his choices. And sure, he's not the only one leaning into AI, but there's a bitter irony in watching one of music's most human producers champion a tool designed to remove the human element from creation. And what happens when Tata, along with her soon-to-be spawned AI siblings, start dominating playlists, festivals, and sync licensing. That's not progress, that's displacement. Every booking she gets, every stream she racks up, is a slot taken from a flesh and blood artist who can't produce a new track every 14 seconds. This isn't just a shift, it's a hollowing out. And sure, AI music isn't inherently evil. It can assist, augment, inspire, but what we're seeing here isn't collaboration, it's substitution. And when a legend like Timbaland leads the charge, it sends a message. The future of music doesn't need musicians. Meanwhile, Timbaland has been very excited about AI. Publicly, in interviews, he's called it the future of music, which makes sense because AI doesn't call out sick or demand royalties. And look, I get it. The man is evolving, reinventing. Artists do that. Madonna did it with her cone bras. Dre did it with Eminem. Kanye did it with, well, Timberland's just doing it with server farms and 3D avatars. But still, there's a bittersweet note here. This is the guy who once had Missy Elliott rapping over beatboxing and Morse code. Now he's releasing music with artists who don't breathe. He used to work with some of the dopest people to ever touch a mic. Now he works with code that debugged itself before lunch. And to be fair, AI music isn't all bad. It can help with accessibility. It can even finish a track when you get too stoned to remember how quantization works. But when the biggest names in music start leaning on it this hard, it makes you wonder, is this innovation or is it automation? Is Timbaland pushing boundaries or is he just pushing people out? Maybe Tata really is the next big thing. Maybe in a few years, we'll be watching her win a Grammy while human musicians get regulated to TikTok filters and wedding bands. Or maybe, just maybe, we'll wake up and realize that no matter how good the algorithm, nothing replaces the messiness of human creativity. The cracked vocals, the late night studio epiphanies, the heartbreak that autotune can't fix. Until then, watch your metadata, back up your beats, and maybe don't upload your next masterpiece to Beat Club without reading that fine print. Because who knows, Timberland might just be watching, and Tata, she's already listening. If you stayed with me this long, please like, share, subscribe, do everything down in this section. It really helps us small channels out. And as usual, I don't know if I deserve your support, but I definitely appreciate it. And until next video, salute. Click here for some more dopeness.